What is afforestation?
EcoRise. EcoRise.
It will start from us to get to a level where we can see the kind of change we desire. Because now everybody is panicking. You fan yourself because there's too much here. Do you think it's going to get better? It's getting more and more intense. It's either there's too much heat during the rain, there's too much rain, there's too much breeze, and it will affect us more and more, except we start taking steps. And one of the things that is more common and rampant, if we don't change our habits, if we don't change the way we do things, we will all be the ones suffering. And what they are facing now, your own children that you're thinking that you will give them better future, you will not give them better future, you will give them the worst of it.
But you can be that example that other people will
Alright, let's jump ourselves. EcoRise.
What about degradable waste? It simply is waste that cannot be decomposed.
Okay, a good leader must have vision. A good leader must have vision. And vision is not like
EcoRise. EcoRise.
Unite.
Experiencing a lot of climatic change. And I know a good number of us are aware of that. We know Tiko is hot, but the level of heat we are experiencing this time around has gone beyond what we have always been experiencing. And you people are the best actors to reverse this situation. The best people to reverse this situation are the youth.
To not touch me. So, when we are looking at leadership, I want to focus on the way we think and the way we act. That is what makes us leaders, good leaders. The way we think and the way we act. And one of the first things that we would look at is appreciation. As a leader, appreciation goes both ways. But you as a leader, one of the things you should do most often is that you should appreciate the people who are around you. I know that when the tools that are used as a leader is problem of solution, because as a development activist, every day we meet challenges in communities. And we don't just kind of say that this is a solution we are going to use. But we get the people together in the community and do an analysis, problem analysis, and the way we do it is that we use this. It's an effective tool that works in every sphere of life, whether in your business that you want to do, whether you're selling a tomato, you use this to do analysis.
I'll go to the effect of burning of plastics. The effect of deforestation, make animals or living organisms want to live from that environment. For instance, Ghana used to be after that cut all the grass, the animals and people we buy animals very cheap. Then we get congestion. Because there's an encouragement coming like bring back the bottle for the different things. If you bring the bottles without anything, you bring the bottles, they will buy it. So if for tangy companies, you don't want to say you can't buy with 10 plastic tangy or 10 plastic one. If you want bottle, I don't think that somebody will throw a bottle. That is encouragement for what? It's like that is to educate our little children, our younger ones about how this plastic, how we use them. Tell them that they are dangerous. If you use this thing, put in this bin. That's what I'm talking about waste segregation. If you put in this bin, this one is good. If it's vegetable use, put here. If it's waste cocoyam, put here.
I am Elvis Wemgong, the Executive Director of the Organization for Gender, Civic Engagement and Youth Development. The project we are implementing today is titled EcoRise, with a focus on climate change and leadership development. The two together is because if we have to empower the youths on curbing climate change, we also have to build their leadership capacity for them to do that. And that's how we now merge the two together. So for the past few months, we have been engaging with students in schools in Tiko and also with youth at the level of the community to train them on climate change, on the impact of climate change, what solutions, the solutions that they have at their level to curb climate change, as well as build their leadership potential so they'll be able to pick up the responsibilities of curbing climate change, that is working with their communities and the people of their household.
Okay, so my name is Mbi Delanil. I am the project coordinator for the EcoRise project, which we are currently implementing here in Tiko. So the project is focused on leadership and climate change. Putting leadership and climate change together is very primordial for this project, because for us to actually take actions to curb climate change, we must be leaders in the process. So we're working closely with youths, training them such that they would take personal, individual actions and collective actions towards reducing the effect of climate change. When we talk about climate change today, it's closely related to global warming, which is one of the most harmful effect of climate change that we are experiencing today in the world. So today we are here to encourage youths through trainings. We are here to encourage them, especially activity-based trainings that we have prepared for them, and is to encourage them to go out into the communities and also, sensitize others on the causes of climate change, the effects of climate change, and possible solutions that have been implemented to curb climate change with success stories in countries all over the world.
I'm called Sandrine Enombi. I'm from Tiko. Today I've learned about leadership, I've learned about air pollution, I've learned about climate change. I'll use it for, let me say first, I'll use it for myself, and I'll use it to also sensitize my family, those around me, especially with regards to climate change that was being taught, like the effects, solutions that we can use. So it will really be beneficial to me as an individual and to those living around me.
Mutop Dominic, I am based in Tiko precisely. About the workshop, we've learned a lot about climate change, global warming, ozone depletion, and many other things. And with respect to that, we really learned how we can manage to reduce this climate change. Plastic pollution is a problem in our locality because of the littering of plastics in our locality is rampant. And that is one of the highest aspects with reference to plastic pollution. And from our discussion here, there are some few things that those plastic aspects can lead to. It can lead to flooding in many towns because it blocks drainage. It can lead to poor fertility, that is poor crop yields because it blocks the soil. There are so many other things, and we even here we have proposed solution to those problems. Like if those companies, those plastic companies producing, they can encourage recycling. For instance, say bringing back those plastic containers like the tanky bottles, Supermon, that we should bring them back and collect some few coins. I don't think those plastic will exist in the environment again. In reference to what we've learned here, I personally have been implementing it. I will continue to implement, and I will spread it to my environment, to my people around me, my locality where I work, educate them to know the impact and to know how to use them properly.
Kong Nelson Ekinde is my name, Delegate of Youth Affairs and Civic Education for Tiko. It's a pleasure for us to host the seminar on climatic change and leadership today in our own subdivision that has been organized by the Gender and Civic Engagement on Youth here in Tiko. I think we applaud this initiative because today the theme on the workshop or seminar is really timely. It's very, very current, especially as we are witnessing a very serious climatic change. For example, here in Tiko, we know very well how places are hot, or they used to be hot, but this time around, it's more than what we usually experience. And after a long study, we discovered that this has come about a number of activities or negative activities that are being carried out on our ecosystem or the environment. For example, we have a problem of pollution of the atmosphere. A lot of things are being burnt around that are now affecting even the ecosystem and even the health system of the citizens living in our own town. We equally have a problem of waste management. When you move around, you will see a lot of waste being deposited where they are not supposed to be done. Plastics are being thrown everywhere, and we know the effect of plastics. Plastics don't degrade easily. They don't get rotten easily. It takes a longer time. And so by throwing them anyhow, just along the streets, we find it difficult to maintain the ecosystem. And so we always call on air or the powers that be, or all the stakeholders, to put hands on deck and see how this can be attended to. You have a lot of cutting down of trees. And this is really a really serious problem because the trees that are to act like shelter and even wind speed are being cut down, and so we get the full effect of the negative aspects of these activities. And so we keep on calling on all the stakeholders, the population around, to take this issue seriously and see how we can prevent these negative aspects. And that is the reason why this seminar has been organized, so that the youth should be armed. They should be well armed in the fight against climatic change, so that we can, in the future, enjoy a calm weather or a calm climate.
through the efforts put in place by our youths. Thank you.
My name is Tiko Silvanus, elected president for the Cameroon National Youth Council, double as a municipal youth council of Tiko. For this training, I really feel very happy to be part of this training as a participant. I've learned a lot about climate change. I've learned how to eradicate plastic within our locality, in which I'm going to educate most people in my locality on how to fight against plastic pollution within our areas. And I've learned again about climate, how it's really useful for human if we come together to fight about the challenges that we are facing. And I want to give much thanks to OGCEYOD for their wonderful initiative and to select Tiko to come there to train the youths and to empower them.
I'm called Ajite Christine from Tiko. I've learned a lot concerning leadership and climate change. First, I want to thank OGCEYOD for bringing up this training to help the youth to have broad knowledge on climate change and leadership. I think I'll implement the knowledge because it's very good. Anywhere I go, I will advise and encourage people to be able to know how to deal with the climate change